Hey Clint, so this is the software that allows me to do some online teaching. I grabbed this video from 2019, and this was one of your really good golf swings, and we captured it on video. So the first thing is you can see I put the target line, so I just extended that with the blue. Your feet are slightly closed to that line, not much, but they are closed. But that's the primary focus in this lesson. You can see I've got the yellow line that indicates roughly your spine angle, and then the plane of the swing by the white line. And the interesting thing is, as we go back, your plane quickly changes, and that is due to having the closed stance. It allows your club to come too far to the inside. So this is actually you get into a good turn. Your shoulders turn really well. Your spine angle's still intact. And as you know, you cut across it a little bit, which means at that point, instead of your hands dropping straight down, they come towards the golf ball. So we know that's not anything major. Here's how really easy it is to improve with doing everything you do now. So if you notice right, basically here, your club is right on plane where it's supposed to be. So you're in a great position, even though you went too far inside and then you've compensated to get to this position. We look in there, and that's where it's supposed to be at that point. So then moving forward, we get going all right, except for your spine angle starts to come out. You're standing up a little bit. And this is the key, is by having that closed stance, it doesn't allow your hips to turn properly. So instead, your turn involves a loss of spine angle. And we've talked about that for years as well, is that loss of spine angle. So you can see the club face is still open here, and it's going to close. We get it through the hitting zone, and you can see it's closed here. By the time the ball's gone, it's just slightly to the right of the target on this shot. And then at this point, you're still in a good position. However, this is where the big thing I noticed. What I've learned from the ground force training that I've been really looking at is that when you get to this point right here, there should be no weight on that front toe. You can see how the back heel's coming up? And then the front toe is still firm on the ground. And as we go through, you can just start to see it creeping up. So the more that front toe lifts, but it really never does. And that is because where the hips are pointed. The hips were closed, and it's all, when the weight hits the toes on the downswing, it stops the turn. So in ground forces, they call that the brakes. When the weight hits the toes, we hit the brakes. So that's our point of focus. How do we get the weight off of those toes? And from there, I'm going to show you your swing kind of in the live motion here from start to finish. Just let it play out at this speed. So again, nice turn. Get right on plane, and then you lose your spine angle. But you lose your spine angle because your hips don't turn enough, and your hips don't turn enough because they're more susceptible to the back turn when you turn away by having a closed stance. So I'd rather see you have less of a back turn than the fall through, and you see how you really don't quite get followed through. So all those things are not as major as you think, but I would say your goal in 2021 would be to open your stance. And I know that's going to be counterintuitive to what you think you should do or have had success, but opening your stance will allow your body to turn with less flexibility, and you should be golden. So anyways, that's your little lesson, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it gets to you fine.